the Eastern Conference on display, featuring the Boston Celtics. We're inside the Wells Fargo Center, live from Philadelphia. It's the 76ers. Thanks for joining us, everyone. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke reporting from the sideline. And so off the tip, it's Boston. So let's take a look at the Boston Celtics starting lineup. Bradley and Turner filling out the perimeter. Tyler Zeller out there with David Lee. And it's Smart in at the 1.
And guys, we've seen teams hire college coaches with no NBA experience before. It hasn't always worked out. But for Boston, they have to be very pleased with Brad Stevens.
Now here's Okafor. Knocked away. Turner with the steal. And he gets it to go. On defense, Boston. 4-point game. Here's Covington. Turner covering. Knocks it loose. Covington dishes to Noel. Covington passes to Roten. Clock at 6. The feed now to Covington for 3. Shot no good. And the Celtics going the other way now. Smart kicks to Lee. Shoots from 12. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Lee's got his second basket of the game. Now the 76ers with it.
Well, you could see a change in the play with the Celtics after the trade deadline last year. Adding Isaiah Thomas gave them some pop off the bench and really created some balance for them offensively.
Turner and 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact here. It's on Jahlil Okafor. And that was something the Celtics needed, adding Thomas, a player that could come in and provide Clark instant offense for them off the bench.
And Kevin, I think that was a turning point for them last year. I mean, they saw that they had a chance to make a big leap forward after the trade and responded accordingly.
Both free throws good for Evan Turner. And how thrilled must have Evan Turner been last season to get a second chance. Clark with the boost in minutes, confidence, coaching staff. His game almost just changed overnight.
Yeah, he's a guy who needs the basketball. He's such a good, solid playmaker and has excellent size. Never had a chance in Indiana to really handle the ball and play to his strengths because of Paul George and Lance Stevenson, but he found a nice niche in Boston.
Well, you know what he can do after watching him for so many years with the Buckeyes.
Yeah, he's terrific. Good basketball IQ, too.
And boy, did Evan Turner make the most of his second chance last season. Played with more focus, huge minutes for him with the Celtics. He may have found a home.
You know, it was a career year all around for Tucker last season. Still has work to do on his game, but showed he can contribute to a winning team. Very good value for his contract, too. You can never discount that.
That'll be Boston as it goes out of bounds. Celtics take possession. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Embiid, he's checked in for Okafor. Landry comes in for Noel. Nick Stauskas is checked in for Robert Covington. And Kendall Marshall subbed in for Thompson. So Boston going with almost an entire new grouping. Jared Sullinger's checked in for Zeller. Urebko comes in for David Lee. Jay Crowder's checked in for Evan Turner. And it's Isaiah Thomas in for Smart. Clock at 4. And Philadelphia grabs the miss.
You know what? You just cannot get much better of a look than that.
Exactly. I mean, no way you expect him to miss that shot.
Now, here's Marshall. Down low. Embiid. No good. Good D by Sullinger. Clock management. This is where they can get a 2-for-1.
And Kevin, every opportunity counts.
Outer dishes to Bradley. Thomas a screen. There's the pick. Here's Urebko. Boston. No good that time either.
Well, that's a surprising miss right there. He usually feasts on those wide open opportunities.
Embiid sets the pick for Marshall. He dishes it to Stauskas. And repasses to Roten. It's hauled in by Thomas. Misses from 15. It's deflected, and he gets it back. No good trying to beat the buzzer. And so the first quarter is in the books. Boston on top, leading by 6. We'll take a quick break, then get you back to the action. Second quarter just getting set to start. And what do you guys think about Boston here in this one?
Not much room to operate offensively. The defense has been stifling through the first.
Greg, they haven't given up a lot of easy chances at all.
And so here is Philadelphia. They trail by 6. On the court for the Celtics, Thomas is out there with Smart. Then it's Evan Turner. Then it's Kelly Olynyk. And it's Lee in at the 4-man position. We use that pick just right. Stauskas has got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for Philadelphia.
And guys, the Spurs coaching tree extends pretty far these days. Coach Brett Brown, another former member of the Spurs staff, to be leading an NBA team.
And the basket by Olynyk. Marshall with it. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Shot's good by Turner.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Yeah, and that field goal percentage zooming upwards is now above 50%, which is pretty strong.
And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Yeah, good call there. I mean, he clearly moving when he set the screen.
And he lowered the shoulder, too. I mean, they were going to get him there one way or the other. I mean, that was an easy call.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Okafor's checked in, and Hollis Thompson subbed in for Stauskas. Now here's Smart. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. Thomas goes in, and another basket for Boston. And guys, what a game changer Isaiah Thomas is offensively.
Yeah, he's a spark plug, really dynamic as a scorer off the bench. And he gives you exactly what you want, a guy who can pack a lot of production, not only into a small frame, but a small time frame as well.
And Philadelphia decides to take their first timeout right here.
And talking about Thomas, one area where he can improve is his playmaking. Averaged less than 4 assists a game last season. Defense is starting to play him just to score, and to some degree, they were effective in doing so.
With Doris from the sideline.
Hey guys, well, Brad Stevens had some advice for the team over that last break. The strategy included running the offense through Thomas. Coach emphasized getting him as many touches as possible, saying he is going to be one of the guys to carry us the rest of the way. Well, Coach not wasting any time in tweaking the game plan. We'll see if it makes a difference as we approach approach halftime, Kevin.
And as always, Doris, thank you.
On the topic of Thomas, guys, you don't need him to be a starter. You need him to be an energizer, a spark plug, the kind of guy who can come in and ignite your offense. When he's in the right matchup, he's deadly.
And now, the first timeout called here for Boston. The 76ers didn't lie to themselves about last season, Greg. They knew they weren't going to be in the playoffs. They spent a lot of time last season developing their young players.
Yeah, exactly. And listen, the third straight year, the Sixers would miss the playoffs. But as you said, Kevin, they knew what the season had in store. The key was could they keep those young guys focused on growth and experience and not get caught up in the fact that they struggled to win games.
Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Here's Lee, and the foul called on Nerlens Noel. That's foul number 2 for him.
Boy, that's his second foul, and he does not want to pick up number 3 here. That'll mess your game up for sure.
Here's Lee. Baseline try. Rebounded by Jackson.
And it's clear for the Sixers, the plan has been to continue to add good young players. Eventually, I think they'll be a force in the East. There's no guarantee, but they've got a plan, and they're sticking to it.
Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Celtics.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
Yeah, the other thing, though, is they have attacked in the open floor. They're definitely getting a lot of easy ones that way.
Here's Jackson. Marcus Smart picking up that last basket. 5 to shoot. Got it, and the Celtic lead has been cut down to 8 on the bucket from Jackson.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the 2K Sports halftime show. Ernie Johnson along with Kenny the Jet Smith. And out in front at the half is Boston. They have a solid 8-point lead. Shaq, give me your take.
They did an awesome-horrific job. That's right, Ernie. Awesome-horrific. That's awesome and terrific together. Anyway, they did an awesome-horrific job of limiting turnovers. They were almost mistake-free. It puts you in the right frame of mind when you can play like that. And as long as they keep protecting the ball in the next 2 quarters, they will protect the lead.
And Kenny, what are your thoughts on Philadelphia?
To fall behind like this at home after only 1 half is upsetting. We're not talking about an insurmountable deficit, but we're not talking about a small one either. They're going to have to play a good second half of basketball for a chance to win this.
And that's going to do it for now as the second half is almost ready to get started. Back to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports crew. We're going to sit right here and wait for the end of the game and talk at you again.
And the second half about to start here in just a few moments. Look at Evan Turner. What a contribution.
He was just like a jitterbug out there. I mean, disrupting passes, getting his hands on a lot of balls, forcing turnovers and steals. Just a solid job all the way around.
Like to watch him play like that. Makes the game so much more interesting.
Yeah, looked a little bit like Greg Anthony in the day. Jitterbug or maybe a gnat. It's the kind of nuisance he's been as far as defending. Excellent work at that end of the floor.
And Kevin Clark's the only guy I know that can call you a gnat.
And make you feel good about it. Yeah.
I appreciate it.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. And so in the game for the 76ers, we've got Robert Covington. Thompson is out there with Tony Roten. Then it's Noel. And it's Okafor in at the 5 spot. No one covered. That's 7 points for Roten. Boston leading by 5. Well, the plan has been obvious now, Clark, for a while. The 76ers really loading up on young players, letting them see a lot of minutes, and hoping it's going to bear some fruit, as you like to say, coming up.
Exactly, and it will in time because they've accumulated some really nice young talent, Kevin.
The Celtics shooting an outstanding 53% for the game. Screen by Lee. Smart dishes to Lee. Good, and Smart gets the assist. 6 points for David Lee.
Great way to start the half. Easy layup against some soft.
The screen from Thompson. Now here's Roten. Tight defense on him. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
Yeah, it's just a smart shot, taking advantage of the mismatch.
Well, with a stroke like that and the height advantage as well, the mid-range J is almost a gimme.
Now a timeout called by Boston. Well, guys, what a nice surprise Tony Roten was last season, especially effective taking over at the point, Clark, with Michael Carter-Williams gone.
Yeah, Roten put up a career-high 5 assists per game and really worked hard at the defensive end as well. He's one of the few talents on the Sixers roster that hadn't been traded away.
Checked in for Okafor. Landry comes in for Nerlens Noel. Nick Stauskas is checked in for Robert Covington. And Kendall Marshall subbed in for Thompson. welcome you back. Now here's Crowder, and a look at the 5 for the Celtics to start the fourth quarter. Sullinger and Zeller are the duo down low. Smart is out there with Jay Crowder. And it's Jerebko in at the 3, the small forward. And he uses the glass on the layup. Jerebko's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for Boston. The 76ers trail by 11. Roten kicks to Thompson. And the shot is long. Boston's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Smart dishes to Sullinger. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Smart's got 5 assists in the game.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want. And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Celtics.
You know, with their fast break operating so efficiently, I mean, you can see why they've gone with it throughout the game.
And the other thing they've done since the beginning of this game is score points off turnovers and in bunches.
It was a tough battle down the stretch, but the Celtics were able to get back into the playoffs last year. And
kind of just hovering around all season, but give them credit. They fought their way in and spent only 1 year out of the postseason in their rebuild.
And Roten drops them both.
And, you know, for the Celtics, the actual playoff series didn't go well. They got swept by the Cavaliers, but most people will remember the injuries from the series more than the play. And the Celtics have a bright future, no doubt.
Here's Zeller, and foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Well, listen, it was a forgettable series for Celtics fans. However, the Celtics' young core were able to experience postseason basketball. That's something that you can really never replicate. I'm sure they'll be hungry for more of it, and credit Brad Stevens on a terrific job.
And that one falls for Zeller. Well, last year, Tyler Zeller both started and came off the bench, showed he could be an effective player even when playing heavy minutes.
Yeah, and if you look at the games that he played as a starter, he increased his usage, and it didn't bother his production at all.
Celtics making a switch here. Turner's checked in, and so Zeller nails both of them.
And for Zeller last season, his numbers were the same or better as a starter. His scoring picked up a touch. Still had a great field goal percentage, too. So really solid production in his first couple of years.
Roten kicks to Okafor. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Textbook. Really, when you look at how they're playing, they are having their way down low. And I think the big thing for Zeller was that he found his role in the league. He knows he'll be an energy guy who has to make the most of his touches. And to his credit, he is nothing but a positive force on the floor.
Just 2 to shoot. Lee gets the bucket.
Sound offensively. Really no other way to put it here in the second half.
There's really no comparison between the teams in terms of the way they both shot the ball since the break.
And the 76ers call time here. They're down by 13. We've got 1:13 left to play in the final quarter. 76ers making a switch here. Embiid's checked in. And then for Boston, Avery Bradley comes in for Jay Crowder. And it's Isaiah Thomas in for Marcus Smart. We've got 1:13 left in the fourth. Oh, no good.
Well, they've only got a slight edge in rebounding when you look at the numbers, but it certainly feels a lot bigger than it is.
Yeah, the score has a lot to do with that. Their overall effort and execution has been elite. And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. Really got to give it up here for Boston.
Agreed, Steve. And guys, the fast break was run, I thought, beautifully all night by these guys. Clark, I think that was a big part of their success.
I love the way they scored fast break points tonight here. It was a key factor in coming out on top.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for Turner. Every inch of the floor was his tonight as he came out and injected an energy into every play.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. It's stolen by Bradley. And here comes the break. Here's Thomas. Finished off the break. And the Celtics lead by 14.
And really no better feeling than to go on the road and play this well and get the win.
Yeah, it's always a good win when you play the kind of game that they have played tonight. I mean, especially, though, when you get it done on the road. That's a special, special feeling there.
Outside Bradley. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you later.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaq and the Jet as we present our Jordan Isaiah Thomas.
This guy is explosive as any guard in the league. And he's got a craftiness to his game and a work ethic that just does not quit. Whether it's creating for teammates or putting up them buckets himself, Isaiah Thomas finds a way to get it done.
He put on such a well-rounded display offensively. He knew exactly what he wanted to do to break down the defense. Even when they made adjustments on him, he adapted. He said, okay, I can handle it. I'll step aside, do something different.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon.